watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
This is Dante Williams, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Not to say that Marcos Maidana was an angel, but have you guys noticed a change in Marcos Maidana's attitude since he's been working with Robert Garcia? I mean, he's a little bit more nastier. He's a little bit more disrespectful, a little bit more irrational with a lot of things that he says. And a lot of things that he says, I know he doesn't even believe. Maybe he does believe some of it. But let's start with what he said at the post-fight conference after his fight with Mayweather in the rematch. Marcos Maidana, he said that he thought he won the fight. Oh yeah, and by the way, he didn't bite Floyd Mayweather. Now I'm going to talk about the little bite controversy in a minute. But first, let me go ahead and talk about him saying he thought he won the fight. I find it almost comical that when Floyd Mayweather says he's TBE, the best ever, you have all these hypocritical fans that cry and they make excuses saying, oh, you know, that's why I don't like him, because he said he's the best ever. You know, like they really used to like Floyd, and all of a sudden, all that changed once he said he was the best. Oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. But Floyd Mayweather, he says, I'm the best ever. And some of these fans, they don't like him because he said that, because they don't want it to be true. But when Marcos Maidana knows damn well he lost this fight, and he says, I think I won the fight, you guys don't have a problem with that, right? You don't have a problem with that at all. And let's just go even a little further when it comes to these fans not liking fighters that believe that they're the best ever or whatever the case may be. After Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez, we all know that's the first time he put that hat on, TBE. At least I think that's the first time he put it on. It could have been before. But let's just say it was around that time, right? He puts on that hat, TBE, the best ever. Now Floyd and his fans wear it all the time. After Canelo Alvarez beat Angulo, guess what he did? He put on a hat in gold trimming that said best, right? So, but of course, no one is going to complain about that because we know that Canelo Alvarez is not the best. He can get better, but right now he's far from being the best. But nobody complains about that. So this is just once again another contradiction when it comes to these decafs in the sport of boxing. Now, going back to Marcos Maidana. So Marcos Maidana said he believes that he won this fight. And I told you guys earlier, I think his attitude has changed since he's been working with Robert Garcia. There's somewhat of this rude, nasty arrogance, right? Even when the fight is over with. Because, Floyd Mayweather, fighters like Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, they talk shit, build up the fight. But after the fight is done, they're back to normal. They're cool, handshakes, hugs. You did a great job, good work, good fight, whatever the case may be. This is Floyd Mayweather. I remember after Floyd Mayweather beat Maidana the first time at the press conference, Floyd Mayweather was giving Marcos Maidana all type of props. He was giving them big respects at the post-fight conference. And then when it was time for Marcos Maidana to talk, he was talking about all this, yeah, next time let me use my gloves and this and that. And he really had nothing like real respectful to say to Floyd Mayweather. Okay? So the point that I'm making is, yeah, there's been a little bit of a change when it comes to Marcos Maidana. With him saying that he thought he won the fight, like I said, I know deep down he doesn't believe that. But he's that type of person now. Maybe he always was this way. But he's that type of fighter. He's going to always just say things that he knows is not true, just to save face or whatever the case may be, just because he doesn't want to admit that he lost. It's that newfound pride that he has, that he may not have had before. But we know that Marcos Maidana doesn't believe that he won this fight. And one of the main reasons why he knows it's not true is just by looking at the punch stats alone after the fight. It turns out Marcos Maidana, he threw 300 less punches than he did in the first fight. He landed 100 punches less than he did in the first fight. Let me tell you something. With punch stats like that, you don't have to work for Showtime or HBO and be sitting there counting the punches to know that you did worse than you did in the first fight. Marcos Maidana, he knows that he did a lot worse than he did in his first fight against Mayweather. There were a lot of moments in this fight where Marcos Maidana, who's supposed to be the aggressor, was looking more passive than Floyd Mayweather. And what's so shocking about it is a lot of times he was passive. Floyd Mayweather was just standing in front of him. It wasn't because, there were times when Floyd Mayweather was using his legs. But then there was a lot of times when Floyd was just standing right in front of Marcos Maidana, and Chino seemed to be very reluctant to throw punches. So I don't know. Maybe Marcos Maidana went to Juan Manuel Marquez school, where apparently they teach you to never admit that you lost because you just may get another shot at that fighter. Or maybe it's just newfound pride that Marcos Maidana found through Robert Garcia. I'm just saying it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Garcia was telling Marcos Maidana, F that. Don't give none of these fools the satisfaction and say you lost that fight. I don't give a damn if we lost every round. You go in that damn conference and you tell them we won the fight. That's what you tell them. You got it, Chino? And Chino was like, aye, Captain. I'm just saying, that's always a possibility. It could have went down that way. Or maybe they understood each other body language-wise. We don't know. But this is the new Marcos Maidana. And it'll be interesting. We know that anyone that fights Floyd Mayweather, they instantly become a celebrity. We've seen Victor Ortiz go on to do Dancing with the Stars. Soon as Canelo Alvarez lost to Floyd Mayweather, they tried to instantly make him the new pay-per-view star, which hasn't quite came to fruition yet. So let's see. Let's see what Marcos Maidana does with his new popularity. Is he going to go after fighters like Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, Sean Porter? Is he going to fight these type of fighters? Hell, maybe even an Errol Spence. Errol Spence, which is one of the new big prospects I'm looking at right now, a former American Olympian. He says that he wants to fight the top 15 guys. Now, we already know that Marcos Maidana, he turned down 2 fights with Keith Thurman. He also turned down 2 fights with Tim Bradley when Tim Bradley was undefeated. So who is Maidana going to fight? He claims he's a tough man. He claims he likes to wear his special gloves. I want to see what's going to happen when Keith Thurman says, you know what, I'll fight you. Matter of fact, you can wear your favorite gloves. I'll fight you. I want to see if Maidana's going to take the fight. I already know what fans are going to say. Maidana fans at least. They're going to say, Maidana doesn't need to fight any of those guys. He doesn't need to prove anything, right? I know they're going to say that. But let's just see what type of tough guy Maidana really is. Let's see if he gets in the ring with some of these guys. And I think he will. I mean, it would be stupid for him not to get in the ring with one of these top-name guys because Maidana's going to be worth more money now. I mean, you get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, especially you give him a competitive fight, Maidana's going to be worth more money now. So it may make a lot more sense, even though I truly believe that Maidana probably believes deep down in his heart he couldn't beat someone like a Keith Thurman or maybe even a Kell Brook. Even if Maidana believes that deep down in his heart, he may say, you know what? I'm going to get paid for this ass whooping that I'm going to take, so let's go ahead and make it happen. He might just say that. Or he may just build enough confidence. He may get one of them real good prideful pep talks from his adopted trainer, Robert Garcia. And he may actually start believing that he has a chance to beat some of these top-notch welterweights. But regardless, whatever the case is, whatever Maidana believes, no matter what type of confidence he has, I would really like to see Maidana in the ring with some of these top-notch guys. And another thing, speaking of Marcos Maidana saying that he thought he won this fight, let's also keep in mind that right before this fight, Robert Garcia, he said he wanted to see a third Mayweather-Maidana fight. Okay? So that may also play a part in why Marcos Maidana is saying this. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about the biting controversy. All right, so first things first, I want to go ahead and address these fans that are already defending Marcos Maidana. They're saying, no, that's BS. I know we've heard Paulie say it throughout the broadcast. Floyd Mayweather was putting his hand over his mouth, and all of the fans, they ran with that. They're all saying that. He put his hands on his mouth. So basically they're saying Floyd Mayweather deserved to get bit. He deserved to get his damn finger bitten off if possible, right? They're basically justifying what Marcos Maidana did out of retaliation. That's what they're basically saying. He should have retaliated for what Mayweather did to him, right? But you know what's so funny about this is if you go back to the Victor Ortiz situation, wasn't it Victor Ortiz that intentionally jumped in the air and hit Floyd Mayweather with a flying headbutt? And he had did it even previously. He had did it before that, right? What does Floyd Mayweather do? After Victor Ortiz constantly hugs and kisses Floyd Mayweather, Floyd says, come on, man, let's fight. Soon as they break, Floyd Mayweather, he knocks out Victor Ortiz. What did these same fans say? He shouldn't have retaliated. He shouldn't have did this, right? So basically, you defend Marcos Maidana for retaliating. You condemn Floyd Mayweather for retaliating. You see how the double standards work? And not only that, it goes further than that. Because Maidana, he's denying that he even bit Floyd Mayweather. So you sitting over here trying to defend a guy for doing something, but yet he's denying that he even did it. How can you justify something that a guy is denying he even did? Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense. And not only that, but how many times have you seen a fighter bite someone or bite someone's glove? How many times have we seen this? And we already know that Marcos Maidana had a reputation of being dirty. He admitted that he was dirty. Robert Garcia told him to be dirty numerous times right in front of the camera. Okay? So this is not Marcos Maidana's first time even doing something dirty. And when it comes to Floyd Mayweather being in a clinch and he has his hands or his glove in front of Maidana's mouth, do you guys really truly believe that Floyd Mayweather was trying to suffocate Marcos Maidana with one hand? I mean, let's just be realistic about this. First of all, they're in a break. They're in a clinch. We already know the referee is about to break them up, number one. Number two, Marcos Maidana has his nose to breathe out of. And he's only in this situation for less than 2 seconds, right? I mean, shit, if Floyd Mayweather was trying to suffocate Marcos Maidana, maybe he would have put his damn forearm around Marcos Maidana's throat or something. But you're going to put one glove around his mouth and, oh, Floyd Mayweather is now the, Floyd the suffocator Mayweather? Come on, man. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. Once again, they defend Marcos Maidana for retaliating. But they condemn a fighter like Floyd Mayweather if he were to retaliate. And what Floyd Mayweather did was legal. Floyd Mayweather didn't bite nobody. Floyd Mayweather didn't knee nobody with some tie kick or some shit like that. He didn't fly in the air hitting Marcos Maidana with a headbutt. We know what time it is. I'm on to the next one.